Let's give our telephone number again. We understand that some lines are open, and we'd like to fill them up before our time is over, just 10 or 12 minutes before we have to say goodnight. 877-731-6733 for you to join us live here on RFD-TV with our friends from AGROTAIN. What about any one of you? We've heard several stories about the lack of snow cover. Now we're getting some snow here now, but if you know, how does that play into the crop in the spring and performance? And how does AGROTAIN and nitrogen and fertilizer work into the equation when we talk about the lack of snow, lack of moisture in the spring?
Well, as far as snow goes, I'm from the deep south, so we don't see much of that. So I don't know if I'm equipped to answer that question, to be perfectly honest. Maybe one of these guys here could help out.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe they know something I don't.
Yeah, I mean, Central Illinois, we've been relatively warm. I mean, we actually had a week and a half ago we were putting on ammonia, which you don't usually get that window in early January. So as far as the lack of snowfall and what that's going to do for us here in the spring, we got a long time to go.
Yeah.
You know, and the way the springs have shaped up here the past 3 years, I don't know if we'll have much moisture issues.
I'm kind of like a farmer. I'm getting ahead of myself already, aren't I? Craig, anything before we go to our next caller?
Let's take the next
All right, let's go to Ohio. Kyle, thanks for holding on. Your question for our panel tonight. Welcome. Hey there, Kyle?
Yeah, this is Dave from South Dakota.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Well, we'll take South Dakota as well. What's on your mind?
I usually put on about 250 pounds of urea when, right before I plant. And the question is, would it be better to split that in half? I do use AGROTAIN on it and treat it, but I'm wondering if I should split that in half and spread the second half after, it's up knee high.
Cutting it in half, yeah.
Splitting applications of nitrogen is going to benefit you tremendously. Anytime you kind of put all your eggs in one basket, you're subject to what Mother Nature throws at you. 250 pounds in one shot. You may or may not get by with it, but anytime you can go ahead and break out your nitrogen and hedge your bets into several different applications, the better off you're going to be. You mean you got another pass there? Yeah, very minimal considering what you could potentially lose by throwing everything out there at once.
And to bounce something off what he just said,
sure.
Split applications, if we put everything out at once, like he said, we're opening ourselves up to Mother Nature. Split applications reduce our risk. It's a risk management type decision. So if we put it all out there at once, like he said, we're opening ourselves up. We need to split our applications so that we're, like he said, hedging our bets and not putting all our eggs in one basket. So split applications are definitely a positive for the grower if it's possible for him to do that.
If you're going to split the application, Craig, I'll ask you, is there any formula as how you split that up?
Depends on the growth of the crop. Example in the Midwest with corn. Mm-hmm. This past year, some of the testing we've done, we went out and broadcast the AGROTAIN coated urea at a V4 stage, just a split application, putting down a 46-unit application at that point, 38-inch high corn, and then came back in at a V10 stage and put down another shot of nitrogen, which allowed that to feed the plant at the necessary times, and they were seeing some excellent results from that with increased yields.
Very good. By the way, Kyle, if we lost you somehow, please give us a call back. And to any one of you watching, about 10 minutes left for our questions to our panel, so you still have time to get in and ask your question. Our toll-free number for you to join us is 877-731-6733. Again, toll-free 877-731-6733. With need for speed, our topic here tonight with AGROTAIN. Thanks for joining us. Let's go to Texas. John, you're up next. Your question for our panel.
Yes, I was wondering, does that come in a liquid? How do you get that applied to your dry fertilizer? Do you take it to your fertilizer plant and have them mix it up with it?
All right. Thank you. Thanks for that call. That's going to help a lot of people out there, maybe. And Josh?
So. It is a liquid form. The AGROTAIN Ultra is, and what we do is we apply it by a blender, whether it be a vertical blender, horizontal blender, inline blender with screw type system, and it goes directly onto the urea, and it also tank mixes with your UAN just like any other chemical will as well. So it blends quite well, actually.
Very good. Where can viewers go? They're just joining us maybe during the show, and they want to find AGROTAIN dealer in their area.
Right. any dealer really has access to this. It's open market. You know, anybody can have access to this. Depending on where you're from, you can go to AGROTAIN.com and find your regional manager like me in your area and give him a call, and he'll be glad to help you out.
They're standing by, and I'm sure Brendan and Craig, you can attest to that those people and yourselves, people are looking to you already for their plans as they make their way toward the planting season here 2012, and you'd love to talk to those people, I'm sure.
Right, exactly.
All right, let's see, again, our telephone number for you to join us is toll-free 877-731-6733, toll-free 877-731-6733, about 8 minutes, and we're going to say goodnight, so don't lose out here. We'd love to hear from you. Let's go to Pennsylvania. Misty has given us a call from Pennsylvania. Misty, welcome.
Hi there. My question is with broadcasting the nitrogen, isn't there a lot more room for waste with that versus knifing it in, beside the plant? And how much more product would you need to account for versus knifing it in?
The rate ranges, how it affects?
Okay, as far as waste, I'm not real sure. With today's technology and GPS guidance systems, we've really minimized a whole lot of waste. So, all the universities I've ever listened to talk, all the researchers, a unit of N is a unit of N is a unit of N. It doesn't matter the source as long as it's available when the plant needs it, N is N. So, but with as far as, are you afraid of throwing it in the ditch or something like that, today's technologies with GPS mapping and RTK type technologies, guidance systems, we're really reducing the waste a good bit.
And that's what really the program, thanks for the call, is all about tonight, the alternatives. Brendan, and we talked earlier in the show about knifing it in as people have in the past. What would you say to our caller there from Pennsylvania?
As far as what we're wasting, kind of same thing Josh said. You can go out there and with these new technologies that Craig's talking about, we're very accurate down to, the feet on where we're throwing this product. As far as difference between knifing in a product and putting a surface applied, there used to be that issue until we had a product like AGROTAIN with the surface volatility. But, I would be very confident that you're getting everything you pay for when you're throwing it out there for sure.
I'll add a little bit to that. Again, with the technologies that has been designed into the spreaders today, previous design technology allowed you to broadcast the profile in a pyramid or an oval type pattern. So when you did the outer parameters of the field, you either had to hug the fence line, which you would then broadcast product into the fence row, and you did waste product. With today's technology, with the way the G4 is set up, the product is broadcast at a flat trajectory, low profile, which you end up with about a 5 to 6 foot taper at the very end of the profile. So now as you travel the outer parameters of the field, you're not broadcasting that product into the ditch, but you're broadcasting right to the outmost row of the field. And then along with the technologies of guidance, auto steering capabilities, you have repeatability. When you determine that your spread width is an 80-foot spread width or 90-foot spread widths, when you set your guidance system and your auto steer systems of the technology today, you can have repeatability and not skip or overlap those products.